All right, so yesterday we began our 6-part series on points of prayer according to the way of the pilgrim. And yesterday we talked about how you can pray and then think whatever you want because you've got the name of God established in your mind, which purifies the mind and allows you to safely wander with your hand attached to that pole, as it were. Today we get an even broader perspective for life under prayer. He says, pray and do what you will. Your acts will be pleasing to God and useful and salutary to yourself. Frequent prayer, whatever it may be about, does not remain fruitless, because in it is the power of grace. For whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. What he's saying here is that prayer works at the bottleneck of reality. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that everything that comes in through your senses gets bottlenecked here within you. Everything that is within mind gets bottlenecked here, where the mind meets you, where you, the witness, the watcher of thinking, is watching the thought. So all of reality that as we know it, this material reality, this thought reality, is bottlenecked here where it's presented to you. And if in that place you establish the name, the presence of God, the presence of the divine, either through the Jesus prayer or through a mantra from your guru or your teacher, or a simple word that points to an ideal like love, that has its own purifying effect. That naming God invokes God. And every time you invoke God, you will have a deeper understanding, a deeper inspiration, a deeper feeling and sense of that presence, and begin the exploration of what the connection is between that and this self that is within you. But that through the establishment of the name of God, the presence of the beloved, at this bottleneck of existence where this material reality is presented to you, that spirit, that soul, that witness, at the gates to the body, as it were, that with the divine established there, you can think no wrong, you can do no wrong. Even if initially that's shaky, in time it will bring you to that. That is the power of prayer. And he mentions here it's because of grace. Because one thing that is for certain is that when you stand in the presence of your highest ideal, you will feel lack. You will come up wanting. You will begin to notice your shortcomings. You begin to notice your bad moods and your misbehaviors and your selfish feelings. And to remain steady in the presence of that divinity, to remain steady in the presence of your ideal, requires an understanding of grace. So that begins to grow and begins to take root and begins to give you your confidence, because infinite love implies infinite grace. And to receive infinite grace means that you have to be infinitely humble. It's like having a friend who always pays for everything. At some point in that relationship, that's going to become a big issue, because you're going to feel like you're always paying for everything. I should pay for things, blah, 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 blah. And either the relationship's going to end, or you're going to have to come to some means of being able to accept someone's constant flow of generosity. And that is the power of prayer. It opens you to that infinite love. It prepares you to accept that infinite grace. And through that, it removes the ego self, which is blocking this source of unlimited love, unlimited intelligence, and the very zest of being.